Ready, start. Section 60 of the original Act has been amended, which has given greater concessions to the judgment debtor from arrest and from attachment of his salary that will relieve some hardships. The Law Commission, in its two reports, have recommended the deletion of this section. The bill, as originally introduced, also deleted that section, but the committee, in its wisdom, found that the notice should be there so that cases which are genuine might be settled out of court by the government so that unnecessary expenditure need not be incurred by the litigant, and also the litigant need not undergo unnecessary expenses and worry. But this section, which is being restored, should not be understood in favor of the government, but the government should deem it a duty of see that whenever a notice under Section 80 is revised, it should examine the claim of the aggrieved citizen and see that it is settled if it is genuine so that litigation could be avoided. Otherwise, the government or the government officers never bothered to look into the notice. The litigant is at a loss and he has to go to the court. The purpose was not being served. Now, I hope with this amendment, the litigant will not be driven to the court to file a suit. In cases, of course, where the government feel that the claim is genuine, it could be settled and avoid the litigant from going to the court. About Section 100, which speaks of second appeals, they have introduced the words substantial questions of law. The wording earlier was on a question of law. Second appeal lie. That is the wondering under the existing Section 100 of Civil Procedure Code, but they have now put the words on a substantial question of law. A substantial question of law should be involved for a second appeal. What does it mean? Suppose the decision of a suit depends on a question for limitation where the plaintiff files a suit and the defendant contests the suit as barred by time. It is a substantial question of law, or is it only a technical question of law? If the latter is upheld, the appeal fails. Therefore, I cannot understand why on a substantial question of law have been introduced in Section 100. I think really it is taken out of the Constitution, where it is stated that substantial question of law involving the interpretation of the Constitution. I believe that any question of law which has the effect of deciding the result of the case should be considered as a substantial question of law. Thank you.